Romano Montesanto here, coming on you, not literally, but with a new podcast. I can't stress enough about this situation and importance of it to actually discuss about it. And I will discuss about it and I will go through it thousands and thousands of times. Why? Because sometimes even I fall under that influence, which actually after big heated discussion you feel yourself like emotional, out of energy, drawn out of your reality, and overall, like an icing on a cake, you feel crappy. The point of this podcast is, while in the middle of my lunch I heard a heated discussion beside my table. There were a couple, and it was pretty sad to actually hear guy qualifying on and on and on, taking it everything emotional, flustered, with sparks in his eyes, and she just throwing things, accusatory things on him. Non-verbal looks also make him like fidgeting, making him qualified, blushing. It was pretty heated fight. And what I can recall from that heated verbatim, what I can recall, it's actually understanding, which I will repeat on and on and on, in that like through everyday life, you can expect people teasing you purposely, or even try to like provoke a reaction out of you, just to make you reactive. You can expect that from your family, from your friends, even from a stranger in everyday life. And if you're not ready, you will be all over the place. Obviously losing a frame and just simply fucking escalate, testing you, teasing you, just to see will you pass or fail. Other words, are you a value you present yourself you are, to see your reaction in order to amuse themselves or to make their day better, especially if she's or he is like a seeking validation type of person, And big realization is, it would be good if two of people are arguing and it stays on argument. No, usually what happens, it escalates, because people always need to defend something. They always need to prove something. People, family, relationships, marriage, friendship. There is always someone who is above and someone who wants to reach their level. And it's like on and on and on, going circle like of despair, endless tension. Fucking sad, Actually, in this modern era, people are, as they say, smarter, with higher IQ. Yet again, taking things too fucking serious. Jesus fuck. It's normal that you struck upon a conversation beside you and you hear, interaction, and you actually like wonder like, oh my god, I was like that. Even today, yeah, like yesterday I was like that. Yeah, that's bad. Oh my god, he's losing it. Jesus, she wrote his boat so fucking hard. Don't qualify, no, you idiot. No. While actually, looking at girl's face, I can see with every qualification, with every justification, her face was like, what the fuck? You could see on her face, like literally, this guy don't get it. Just fucking don't get it. You could read on her face, oh my god, you dumb idiot. Can't you realize? I'm just fucking with you. But no. What guys usually do, and I mean, it's no one to blame, it's normal. But it's to blame people if they do same mistakes and they don't want to correct them, because they see from those same mistakes they gain same results, and result is like feeling crappy. Jesus, why she left me? Him without actually realizing, he's qualifying, moving forks, fidgeting, moving glass from side to side, obviously fidgeting, losing control, raising voice and visually feeling uncomfortable. It was like literally, in one point, they were at the center of attention. People would start to look above her shoulder, commenting and like, Jesus fuck, obviously complain, yelling, shut up. The thing is, even that guy don't realize, no matter how much jacked he was, or with the status, or with the nice clothes, I saw that guy literally having a cold sweat, And why? Only because he, and sometimes we, from our cases, every one of us, have that thing that we need to defend something, that we need to correct someone, excuse me, correct someone, that we need to prove our point, without realizing someone testing our ground, just to see how serious we are, because it's worldly known, being serious in a places, not in a places, being serious about certain topics and conversating about those certain topics, it's one thing, and it's needed to be it need to be done in a private, between two people, not engaging people around you or like your relatives, your family. If you have a deal or someone pass your boundary, step on your boundaries, you will not do that loud shit, justification, proving your point, arguing in front of others, like those two. You will not do that in a public. You will do that behind walls, when you looking that person in the eyes, you can actually engage them, and it's just two of you having serious talk. No your family, no his family, or friends, his friends, just two of you. That's how the things are done and supposed to be done, and not like this. All, as I said, because it's understandable. First of all, it's understandable, but it's not understandable to actually see a repeating pattern. You don't need to defend anything. You don't need to correct anyone. Of course, if someone push your boundaries, choose a time and a place and deal with that. But at the beginning of conversation, of literally like of friendships, relationships, flings, whatever, people shouldn't take things too much fucking serious. Yeah, and not taking me now, for example, complaining about it and ranting about that poor guy and how everything went. and how they literally at one point, you could hear like chairs moving, pulling one each other, pushing, making the scene fucking escalated at one point. No. And why? Only because one of them takes things too fucking serious. Yeah. So today we're gonna talk about how to not take things too fucking serious. When someone throw a shit test, when someone try to tease you, do a certain shit, just to provoke you. You can always move. You can always ask yourself, should I take this too fucking serious? But in this case, when someone using his accusations, as I said, from his meat hole or her meat hole, actually stop and look their expression before you answering to their provocation, shit test, whatever. Just look their face. You will see that face of amusement. Okay, little monkey, come on now, I'm ready, come on. Let me hear what you're gonna say about it. Come on, don't be a pussy. Dance, little monkey. Make me happy, dance. And you are boiling from inside, like, oh, you motherfucker. How dare you say such thing? It needs to be like this, that, no, blah, blah, blah. Fuck no. What we're gonna do? We will go with it. What do I mean? I spend a lot of times, and I need to admit sometimes it's hard when you come from your work and you throw yourself out on the streets, shopping malls, wherever, and someone throws you a shit test or some kind of argument, and you forcefully in your brain try to create some kind of playfulness, which at the end ends up trying hard. Fucking mind battle, It's a fucking mind battle. But the easiest way, I'll repeat, this easiest way is to go along with it. Other words, agreed and amplified. Because it's proven when you go along with someone, accusation, frame or a tease, and they throw that on you like for a first time, second time. Jesus, don't be flustered. Just go along with it. And when you go along with it, it loses its power upon you. It loses its power. Because, in the end of the day, those are words, verbatim, those are words. But every word have certain attention toward you, to cause something inside of you, outside of you, in your proximity, with your peer group, something, anything, it's there. The examples would be now, for example, someone say you are an idiot because of that. What would you do? Now first brain, especially of us who are like in a pick-up day game community, we all of a sudden started thinking, oh, should I use push-pull, yes and things like that. Everything, I like that, that's okay, that's like you giving yourself permission to a variety of emotions which you can cause in someone, but that is energy consuming. You need to be in a moment. You need to not thinking what you're gonna say, just throw it out, but if you are overthinker like me, you will sometimes have those moments where you will try to create something on the spot and it's try hard, but the best way, and I think it's like easiest way for our logical guys to actually go with, it's Like, go with it. Agree and amplify. You are an idiot. Yes, I know, I'm elected for an Oscar. You better go. You don't wanna people see us together. I'll tell your mom. You spend the night. I'm in conversation with an idiot. You know, our relationship will be idiotically perfect. And continue with conversation. That's, for example, now my thought, piece of example right now in a place. It can go better. Simply better. Oh yeah, you don't look like you are from here. Yes. That's true. I'm not from here. I don't know where I'm from. Sometimes I ask myself, like, do I exist? Am I still human? And of course, if you continue non-reactively, I don't know, maybe I'm becoming like an alien. Tattoo myself illegal alien. Yeah, what's next? You don't like cheese? Oh my god, you don't know what you miss. Really? Oh, yes, yeah. A lot of cheesy moments, a lot of greasy moments where I will be like amazed by it and later on suffer from obesity. Yeah, that's how it goes. Either way, okay. You don't like kids? Oh my god, that's weird. Oh yes, totally. Simple but weird, man. That's weird to that point where I realize I will grow old by myself alone, and I will be a grinchy grandpa. Fuck. On a stick, probing at teenage girls with my walking stick, making them weird. That will be bad, so fucking bad. You're right. Either way, the next one. Oh my god, you're scared to admit that you like to cook. Jesus. Oh yes, totally. I don't know what tomorrow will bring to me. I need to watch out. I need to watch out on my dishes, on my spoons, on everything. Who knows? Maybe you are a double agent, Jesus, and you want to infiltrate my kitchen. No, either way. Or more destructive one on a date. You probably are familiar about it. It's the one, the expected one. On a date, she says, "We ain't gonna have a sex tonight," and you are like flustered, like, what the fuck? And usually what guys do, no, I didn't plan to, that's not my point, I'm not like the other guys and shits like that. Yeah, motherfucker. Right. Yeah, we would go like, oh yes. Wait, no pleasing and teasing? You and I ain't gonna have sex tonight, I'm saved. This is reality, We should watch Friends TV show instead of talking about sex. Talk between pillows about everything, like cuddle my monkey. So, hope you understand. And when I decide to go on vasectomy, you will be my full supporter. Yeah. Now you can go. Go play with your Barbies. And blah 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 blah. Either way, Or even better, that she says, like, we ain't gonna have a sex tonight, you can say, like, oh yes, that's totally right, I'm still a virgin, I don't wanna rush things up. Look at you, you're ready and willing, to make this boy dirty. No, I'm a holy boy, I want a marriage, I wanna go slow, and not like the rest of you guys, so please. I exaggerate right now, but fuck it, You can go whatever. You can go and be creative, whatever. You can go logical, Jesus. But it needs to be going along with, someone say something. Just in order, as I said, to relieve the tension from that from someone teasing you, testing you, shit testing you, just taking an energy out of that, out of their a decision they desire to put you down or make you qualify or, test your cool. Yeah, good phrase. Don't test my cool, But if you do, you would feel bad about asking me something like that. And, as I said, okay, another one. Jesus. Like in that poor guy's case, she said to him like, "Oh, who's that? Yeah, why didn't you go out with her then?" And instead of him like qualifying and being flustered and blushing, I could remember his face and his white shirt. It was half unbuttoned. You could see his chest, pumped up. Attractive guy, no doubt. He's getting red, sweating like it's raining. Fuck. Okay, instead what he could do, yeah, I don't know, I'm in between two fires, maybe I should, I started with you, but now I realize, I should go to number 2, But let's see how this night will gonna go and roll, so at the end we'll have conclusion. Either way, or she lent him another one, was, then what are you doing here with me? In those kind of words, I think you should go, And instead of a guy actually being reactive and like literally making a verbatim fight, he should go, yeah, totally. I see we made a mistake. This will never gonna go anywhere. Work between us, even better, Jesus. It needs to be like this. Sad and pity, That is how it is. Yeah. Another one. You did something and someone is reactive about it. He calls you, "Oh my god, you're such an idiot. Why did you do that?" And you go, "Oh yes, not just idiot. I'm mega ultra idiot." Anyway, another one. "I think you make fun of me, "Oh yes, not just that. I try to make a lot of things with you, This is bad, It should be like this. You feeling bad, me feeling trying, and we are doomed. That's it, how it is, Jesus." Yeah. Another one. The fantastic one on the streets, on the shopping malls, they say, "Do you say that to all girls? Do you do this every time when you go out?" Oh yes. It's like script, It's pretty sad and pretty simple, I eat, fart, fuck, sleep, and go in a circus like that. Yeah. Typical proper caveman. Another one. "I think we should be friends. This one is especially known if a girl is young and hot and you don't wanna fuck it up, or she's the one. When I had something with that person and we decide to go in separate ways, and they initiate again after some time, after a couple of months, years, a conversation which you will think it's great without you realize she's checking you. Are you still the same or you actually change? We could be friends, it's best that way. Yes, I think we should be friends. There ain't gonna be like love and hate relationship between us. No. No, it will be strictly simple, strictly gay, You will tell me your hunting stories, I will tell you mine hunting stories, and we will admire each other, And in the future on, whenever we meet, we will always have a friend zone space. That's how it's best for us. Obviously, you're gonna have your response and you will deliver it with a smirk. That's the point. Without serious faces, please, with a smirk. Answer should be corresponded to situation, you know. Yeah, and that's the also one thing people should rethink and think about, especially people who, for example, were in a relationship, marriages, you know, for years, for months. Watch out. After a hard breakup and you actually moving on, you will continue to do your spiel, you will continue to lift yourself up out of darkness, out of fucked up mood, you know, continue to move forward in your life and not being stuck behind. Meeting new women, you will get that call or receive that message, or you will receive that message, you will receive that call, and they will go usually, you know, with the understanding and, you know, remembering of all times, try to drag you into the reality, new reality, while dissing yours, you know, based on, if I can say, a content between you two. You will go along with it and not actually fall under that frame. You'll have new certain goals you want to achieve with that person from the past. Not just with that people, with everyone who decides to mess up with you in that manner. Through your everyday life, you will try to take, as I said, energy out of it. Yeah. Another one. Oh yeah, look at you. You think you're shit, huh? Do you? Oh yes, not just that. I think I'm the shit. The shit of shits. Master of shits. You know. So if you can't absorb my shits, you know, move away. Move along. That's it. Yeah. The point is, as I said, now when we are with a clear head, to actually understand. If you don't have anything planned, and if you are not familiar at your beginnings in techniques such as push-pull, agreed and exaggerate and la-di-da-da, remember, you can always go with the content someone gave you. If it's negative, go negative, go all the way down. Jesus, who fucking cares, you know? Make them those jaw-dropping moments, like, oh, what did you just say? Oh my god, and things like that. Yeah, ha 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 ha, you are crazy. Let them be reactive, not you. As I said, take power. If it's something negative, continue. Don't let them to make a fact with that test of theirs, like a conclusion about some certain belief or thought about you, about your way of living life, perceiving life in front of you, and your experiences. No. Continue, go along. And a crucial thing, when you answer with that kind of a statement, question, assumption, agreed and exaggerate again, here it is, yes. This is agreeing and exaggerating. The point is, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Anything. If you don't want to. Yes. So if that subject in front of you, which is with that label, friend or lover or girlfriend or wife, you know, agreed with her. And if she use a content, negative content, exaggerate with that same negative content in the direction, she just put a one step in that direction and didn't expect that you will go all the way, you know. And the crucial thing, when you finish, say anyway, continue, change the subject, you know, change the goddamn subject. Don't be like you respond to someone framing and then like, oh my god, look the weather, or I don't know, look the sun, or it's like a literal sign of discomfort, and that's bad. Be calm, and if you, before her framing you were talking about I don't know, dishes or art or whatever, you know, after you responding and her framing, going along with it, you continue in that same topic. You know, for example, if it's cars, you know, continue about I don't know, some kind of a factory over here, over there, which produce vintage cars, you know, and go with a question like, did you saw them because of this, that, blah blah blah, you know. Anyway, or the worst thing, like, respond to her shit as her framing, and you shut up, like, so what you gonna say about that, you know? No, continue with a certain topic, deepen it, and move away from her framing. Yes, you gave your piece, and it is how it is. That same word, it is how it is, it have like actual meaning. If you say that I'm a crap, that I'm a shit, what's the point of me saying like, oh, how dare you say such a thing? Who gave you permission? No, you are shit, you are a motherfucker. No, you're an idiot because of this, that, blah, blah. No, you think I'm shit? Oh yes, I'm the shit. As I said, the master. Go on your knees and beg me. When you continue to receive shits properly, then I will listen to you. Everything else from now on will be just a disappointment for you, so better leave. So better try to understand me, you know. Anyway, there is that ancient clock which actually like pointed time in this direction, that direction, and it's like pretty bizarre because it doesn't correspond like a usual clock, and you know, things like that. So, finishing my coffee, for which I literally forgot. Yeah, point of this day, of this weekend. Don't take things too fucking serious. Even yourself, when doing approach, doing day game, you know, you will occasionally encounter a shit test framing. As I said, go along with it. If you don't know how to be playful, whatever, you know, those kind of techniques, if they are overwhelming, go with a simple one. Yeah, it is how it is. Just say it is how it is and continue with, you know, it is how it is. Yeah, I'm disappointment. Yeah, I will have a Nobel Prize for disappointment, and maybe you actually can learn something from me. Yeah, so better pay attention from now on. Anyway, you know, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Take an energy out of their shits after they framing, and you will thrive. Of course, it needs a little bit of practicing, but you can do it in everyday life. Watching television, walking outside with your dog, or like in a restaurant, this case, you can hear people, and you, while you, like in my case, eating my roasted cheese, I listen and I put myself in their shoes and I wonder, okay, I would respond like this, or this would be like this, like that. Live examples. Yeah. That's it. This is Romano Montesanto, and don't take things so fucking serious in order for you to actually live more fulfilling, more healthier, less stressful life where you can actually go approach and meet delicious peaches, strawberries, ladies. Yes. Have a great rest of the day. Peace.